I'm Laura Schweizer. I'm Laura Schweizer. I'm Laura Schweizer. Show me your moves.
Amazing.
Amazing. The big question here is, with all the tattoos, you look so rough, but sounds like you got a heart in there.
There's a little bit of one, absolutely.
That's what I call a strong woman.
You break it, you buy it.
They don't trust me to drive.
Yeah,
Perhaps I should keep it to the professionals. Good answer. Caught up with Euphorchestra. Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, and Napalm.
Too loud, man. It was tight.
I love how she says vehicle. Vehicle. If you've never heard of ski touring, you're missing out.
Yeehaw.
The hidden gems of Central Illinois. If you don't like the wine, don't worry, they can magically disappear. He says it's a time machine, and I feel like I'm in a time warp. Things are funky and groovy, and they're about to get even funkier. I've got my period clothing on. I've got my weapon. Am I ready for battle?
No.
No?
No.
So bad it's good?
So bad it's good, yeah. So bad it's incredibly good again.
You're freaking out.
I was kind of freaking out there.
I noticed.
I'm Laura Schweizer. I'm Laura Schweizer. I'm Laura Schweizer.
Awesome, because nobody's getting hurt because of what I say. They're all getting happy.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, it gets addicting hearing that motor rev up.
That's all I heard this weekend at the Dirt Riot endurance race just outside Cortez.
It's about having a great vehicle that's able to withstand an all-terrain type situation and also withstand a driver that's driving probably a little high speed.
She's so cute. I love how she says vehicle.
Vehicle? That's our Texas accent. What are you talking about?
But really, those vehicles are badass.
They're big and scary, loud. You definitely don't want to be driving to work in these things. These machines are built to go 100 miles an hour or crawl over anything. You know, the dust, it's literally just imagine the worst blizzard you've ever been in.
It's the only racing venue where you can actually take home part of the race course with you.
Part of me wanted to race.
You break it, you buy it.
They don't trust me to drive.
Yeah, they don't trust.
Can't go very far. Even if it isn't your first rodeo, you've still got to know the track.
You gotta go fast, but then you need to balance it and slow down in the right places, or else you end up breaking your truck, and that's no fun.
For me, I'll just stay in park.
Okay, sorry. You're telling me to cut it out.
In the neighborhood, I'm Laura Schweizer for CornersTV.com.
The world famous
Blues and Brews in Telluride. Woohoo!
Good music, good drinks.
After 21 years, it hasn't sounded better.
The most amazing musical experience of your life, ever.
There's so much music.
Show me your moves.
Gets to the soul of your spine, baby, soul of your spine.
Just a tad bit. Just slightly. Only ever so slightly.
And the view?
Amazing.
Amazing.
It was distracting. I mean, it really is. You have to sort of focus on the audience because you just sort of find yourself staring off at a mountain.
You can expect one of the best crowds at a festival in Colorado because these are some of the nicest people.
People are friendly. It's just a good time.
I made a new friend! My two other blonde friends.
It's just beautiful out here, and it rubs off on people.
Cheers! How could you not love everything about being in Telluride?
Heck yeah. Cheers to that.
But it's a secret, don't tell anybody.
In the neighborhood in Telluride, I'm Laura Schweizer for CornersTV.com. Snowmobiles, skis, Silverton. If you've never heard of ski touring, you're missing out. The 5th annual ski touring event in Silverton brought a little something for everyone.
Silverton's awesome. It's a great town, you know. Everybody gets along, you know, and it's kind of the skier hippie guys with the cowboys, you know, and it's kind of good.
Beginners even gave it a whirl.
I've never done it before. I've wanted to for 25 years, and this is the first time I've made it here. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a blast.
I haven't skied in like 30 years, so it's
going to be interesting.
But to the veterans, what's it really like?
It was fast, haul ass, no holds barred. Just get it.
Did you get all 3 rings?
Just get it. Get it done.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeehaw.
You heard it here in the neighborhood in Silverton. Laura Schweizer, FourCornersTV.com. You could say James Cole was born to ride.
Way back in the day when I was in my mom's station wagon and I saw 100 motorcycles go by as a kid, I knew that was it for me. And I've been doing it 30 years now, so.
He's the owner of Cole's Chop Shop in Durango, Colorado.
We are a full-service shop, so we do machine work, custom building, full service. Anything you can do with a motorcycle, we do it in-house.
And these days, the sport has certainly changed.
There's different degrees of the motorcycling. You know, there's people that live it, eat it, and breathe it. There's people that ride just on the weekend for enjoyment. Everybody and their mother is pretty much getting on a motorcycle these days.
But the camaraderie around motorcycles hasn't skipped a beat.
The motorcycle world is different. There's more of a brotherhood. I mean, I can't compare it to any other kind of lifestyle that is that tight of a bond.
With all the tattoos, you look so rough, but sounds like you got a heart in there.
There's a little bit of one, absolutely. Yeah. Don't let the exterior, scare you. Absolutely not. It's just part of our demeanor.
To one who hasn't been on a bike, what's it like?
You have to do it to understand it.
So I jumped on.
The whole sensation of being out there in the wind, you leave everything behind. You have to focus on the road. So any things going on in your mind, good, bad, or ugly, they go away, and the sense of freedom just going down the road. You're just one with the bike, and it's just a whole different world out there.
And I felt it. I was one with the bike and with James's hair. In the neighborhood, I'm Laura Schweizer, FourCornersTV.com. Hello and happy 4th of July. Welcome to FourCornersTV.com. I'm Laura Schweizer and this is the local roundup. Silverton is where the party's at this weekend. After a rough winter with Red Mountain Pass closed and the Iron Horse never making it past DMR, I guess the third time's the charm. And the show is said to be spectacular as ever. Perhaps it's because they're blowing off almost 4,000 fireworks, including one 16-inch shell. With up to 10,000 people showing up, it's sure to go off with a bang. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe. From the San Juans to the Pyrenees, another big event kicks off this weekend. It's the biggest cycling race in the world, the Tour de France. The wheels start turning tomorrow in Lead, England for stage 1, but the terrain won't make it any easier. These killer athletes will travel through towns, race on cobblestone, and ride over more mountain passes than ever. The race continues on until July 27th, riding a total of 2,275.2 miles. Bring it on, bikers. And police weren't messing around when they raided a smoking lounge in Denver. Mary Jane's Social Club is one of many private smoking clubs in Colorado. Police handcuffed smokers, seized pot paraphernalia, and ticketed the owner of the club for violating indoor cigarette smoking laws. It raises an interesting question. If recreational marijuana is legal, where can you smoke it? As the laws continue to smooth out throughout the state, hopefully we can clear up the confusion. And smoke of another kind is clearing up. The Acai fire is settling down. Believe it or not, it is still burning, but now it's 98% contained. So remember to be fire safe this holiday weekend, especially you campers. But in the future, you might be camping at a new RV park in Mancos. The town approved a land use change and is now moving forward with RV park plans. But that was after a 90-minute heated hearing where residents were split on opinions. Some think it's a great revenue source, but others believe it shouldn't be about money, but about neighbors. Although developers say they're going to work with residents to address concerns about lighting and noise. So make way, Mancos. and another guest staying in Bayfield caused much commotion. A 50-pound female mountain lion took a little cat nap in a tree in Bayfield town limits. But it didn't last long. Colorado Parks and Wildlife officers tranquilized the kitty cat and relocated her outside of town. Mark Daly hit the town to find out how much Durango knows about our country's history on this all-American holiday.
I was wondering if you could tell me who sewed the American flag.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you the initials of her first and last name. B.R. That's correct, Betsy Ross. You are absolutely right.
Check out the entire story today on In the Neighborhood at 3 p.m. only on fourcornerstv.com. And thank you for watching the Local Roundup. I'm Laura Schweizer. I'll see you Sunday morning.
Chivalry is not dead.
That's if you're part of the Society of Creative Anachronism.
Yeah, I kind of fell into it last year and I was like, where has this been all my life?
Living in the mundane, you know, you go to work and you pay your bills and stuff, and you know, even if you don't agree with something, you still can't stand up for it. But you know, here, you know, you don armor and you fight for your kingdom and your country, and you fight your buddies, and it's exhilarating. It's so much fun.
It's very important to get as historically accurate as possible.
I've changed out of my mundane clothing into some garb, as they call it. I'm at the SCA tournament here in Aztec.
We're out there to kill our friends but not hurt them.
I've got my period clothing on. I've got my weapon. Am I ready for battle?
No.
No?
No, you're not ready for it.
Why?
You have to be in armor.
They're not messing around.
When we're using these kind of weapons, pole arms, you have to have these gauntlets to cover up your hands.
That monstrosity there is a warhammer. When we see that tape is crossed on the end of a sword, it means that we could stab you as well with it.
But it's all in good fun.
We want to be able to drink with our opponents at the end of the day. We don't want to kill them.
We have some wild parties here.
In the Neighborhood, I'm Laura Schweizer, fourcornerstv.com. This is what student Donnie Miller does on a day-to-day basis. Crushes cans and recycles them. And let's face it, aluminum cans are always here on college campuses.
I mean, I would, but I live in a house and I don't really know anything about the recycling program here in Normal, so I just kind of put it with the garbage like everything else.
They don't care enough to put it where it's supposed to be, so they just throw it in the garbage because it's easier.
According to collegedrinkingprevention.gov, the average college male consumes 5 drinks and female 3 drinks in one night. But let's say there are 10 males and 10 females at a party. That would be 80 cans at just one get-together. So if you're worried about all those cans you accumulate after a long weekend, don't worry, they can magically disappear with the help of the Green Energy team.
We take aluminum cans, don't really discriminate against what cans they are, just as long as they're aluminum. And since we are a non-for-profit organization, we get a little bit better of a return rate than what normal people would do to take it.
Although these collectors aren't interested in pocketing that money, they just want to help the community.
The ultimate goal is after we take the cans to get donated, we use all of that money to donate solar generators to families who are low income and really can't afford heating.
So how much does one solar generator cost?
Nearly about 700 cans will get us a solar generator. We really want to try to get into the fraternities and sororities as well as get onto some of the main houses here on campus.
You can give back to the community by signing up your own collection unit or recycling bin at greenenergyteam.org.
I think that you'll be able to, give back on things that you would really rather just throw away anyways. So if you're just going to throw them out, why not actually have them go towards something like donating heat to families who really can't afford it.
Got the camera thrown in my lap and I just ran with it.
ISU alum Chris Schrader started shooting and editing videos for years in his spare time. But just recently, his videos have gone viral.
It went from just filming friends, then we started making music videos, just joking around, and then a rap artist group in Chicago saw one of my videos. From then, people just keep seeing more and more videos.
But not studying production in his college career, Chris never thought that creating these works of art would take him anywhere.
I never thought with a political science major I'd be able to do this.
That is, until he was given an offer he couldn't refuse.
A rap artist group from Chicago saw one of my videos that I was making with friends, wanted me to be the camera guy, offered to pay for my camera, my editing software. In return, I have to make them X amount of music videos.
This compromise ultimately opened a door to what Chris says is a dream world.
The experience, a dream. 2 months ago, I was just hanging out with friends trying to find a minimum wage job down here at college, and then this came up and here I am.
With his schedule packed these days with different shoots around the country, it's safe to say the skills and drive from Yoder Productions just clicks.
I guess for anybody like watching, coming from my experience, if you have a dream, run after it.
So maybe instead of looking at what's in front of the camera, we should note the talent behind the lens. Laura Schweizer, 10 on 10.